Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're starting a new series with multi-material oscillating blades, all right? So these blades right here, that does not mean our old series or any of the series we have going is completed. It's just a matter of, we're taking a break from it to start a new series, and if we get other blades, materials, tools, or whatever, we'll just run those tests and continuously update the leaderboard, okay? So that's what the plan is. But today, we're talking about oscillating tool blades. Some people refer to them as Dremel, some people refer to them as multi-tool, whatever you want to call them. We're just going to refer to it as an oscillating blade, or oscillating tool. And oscillating tools need good blades, just as any tool that you're using. Good blades or good bits, accessories, or whatever is kind of what almost makes the tool sometimes, right? So today we're going to be checking out two blades, one from Milwaukee Tool. This is the bimetal titanium enhanced blade, and this blade will cost anywhere between 8 to 12 bucks, maybe 10 to 12 bucks, depending on if you buy a 1-pack, 3-pack, 5, or whatever. But this is a bimetal titanium enhanced multi-material blade, and the model number is 1231. This blade is made in the USA. And then we're also going to be checking out this blade, which is the Integra Tools Platinum Series bimetal blade. Doesn't say where it's manufactured, doesn't have a model number, any of that kind of stuff. But this is the type of blade that we've been using for a long time, mainly because I think at the time we bought like 50 or 60 pack or something like that off Amazon, and it was significantly less, and we've had pretty good results with these blades. So we just want to see, pretty much how does it stack up. And I will go ahead and say we bought that set such a long time ago that this blade is no longer specifically sold on Amazon.com, but you could pretty much find copycats of any of these blades on Amazon.com from probably name brands you probably haven't heard of before. So it's probably just a good place to start. But this blade, I think I looked at about order number, and it will cost about $2 a blade. Okay, so this blade is almost $10 less than the Milwaukee blade. So we're gonna find out if their similarities or differences are really worth the price difference. So let's go take a closer look at the blades. So this right here is a Milwaukee multi-material titanium enhanced bimetal blade, model number 1231, okay? This blade came in a pack of 5, the one I got here, but it's really, a pack of 5, but there's two different types of blades. There's titanium enhanced, and there's one for just wood, okay? So they are open-lock design, and the titanium enhanced model claims up to about 15 times life, cuts wood with nails, multi-material, 15 times longer life, and because it's open compatibility, it works with pretty much all multi-tools except for the ones that work with Starlock style. Okay, so unlike some of the multi-material oscillating blades in the market, these blades only cut in one direction. As you can see closely on the teeth here, the teeth are not very pronounced. They're very shallow, and they only cut on the stroke to your left that way. So it's a little bit titanium enhanced, but we'll have to see how this goes. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this blade is made in the USA with global materials, and there's really nothing else on the back. So these blades will cost anywhere between $10 to $12 if you buy it in a pack of 1, pack of 3, 5, or whatever you get, but they're somewhere between $10 to $12 depending on how you purchase them, all right? So this is the blade, another blade that we bought off Amazon a long time ago. We have used hundreds of these blades, but this is a blade from Integra Tools, and this is the Platinum Series bimetal blade. There's no markings on here to what the model number is or where it's made or any of that kind of stuff, but pretty similar to most Amazon blades, or blades sold on Amazon. They don't have too many markings or country of origins or any of that stuff, right? But the reason we pulled these blades out is because we've used a lot of these blades, and they have a very similar design in terms of the teeth. What I mean by that is the teeth on these blades, as you can see here, are a lot more pronounced than the ones on the Milwaukee, but they also only cut in one direction, okay? A lot of the ones that have teeth just only straight and forward, they'll cut in both directions, but both of these blades will only cut in the left stroke, okay? And they're both bimetal. This one doesn't say anything about titanium enhanced, but we've got, I think it was about 10 of these blades for about 20 bucks. So each one of these blades costs about $2, right? So a blade costing $2 versus a blade costing $12, let's see what the real difference is, okay? So without too much further ado, let's get testing underway. All right, so this is the damage done to the Milwaukee Titanium Enhanced Blade, okay? As you can see here, well, maybe you can't see it very well, but because the teeth aren't very pronounced, you're not able to see it very closely on how rounded off the teeth are. If you look here, you could pretty much see, you know, the middle part, the teeth have pretty much been rounded off, and it didn't really get too far into the drywall screw, right? It started cutting away or nipping away at the drywall screw, and, you know, it just wasn't able to make it there. But that's what it really looks like when it's been worn, and this is what it looks like when it's new, okay? So if you want to compare new to the old, there you go, take a look at it. The new ones, it doesn't look that badly damaged, but the small, very shallow teeth have been rounded off, and you're not getting any progress through pretty much anything. You could probably get more life out of this blade by cutting along the edges, right, of the blade, but other than that, you're not going to be getting too far, okay? Here's another way to look at it. You'll see right there, rounded off, all right? So moving on to the Integra Tools Platinum Series Blade, as you can see right here, these teeth have also been rounded off. They're not sharp anymore. You can see where the sharp tooth pattern used to be. If you look here, you know, you can definitely see right there, rounded off right there. If you want to compare it to a brand new blade, here we go. This is what a brand new blade would look like, and this is what it looks like when it is worn, okay? So the brand new blade on top, the middle blade, or the bottom blade on the bottom has been worn, all right? So this blade did really well, actually, considering it's only costing about $2. So let's go take a look at the numbers. All right, so since this is the first episode in the series, let's go ahead and just talk about the test tracks for just a little bit. First, we set up a test track, which is a 2x4 with 10 16D framing nails, followed up by 10 drywall screws, then followed up by 10 structural GRK R4 screws, okay? We are using the Milwaukee Tool 18 volt or M18 fuel oscillating multi-tool blade on speed 10 using a 12 amp hour high output or high demand battery with the test track set at 45 degrees and just letting the weight of the tool do the work, okay? There's no other downforce, anything like that, you know, pressed on the tool. It's just a matter of the weight of the tool set in the track is just going down. That's pretty much how it's going, okay? So let's go take a look at the numbers, all right? So first we ran the Milwaukee bimetal titanium enhanced blade model number 1231. It cut through the 16D framing nails, all 10 nails, in about 17.08 seconds, okay? Then it kind of got off, you know, above the drywall screws, so we kind of had to reset it and then start it over again. And as we did that, it did not cut a single drywall screw, okay? It was sitting there just cutting away, and I'm sure if we left it there for probably like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, probably would have burned through one of them eventually, but we're just gonna say it failed on the first drywall screw, okay? So it cut a total of 10 fasteners, which is 10 nails, all right? So then we went to go look at the Integra Tools Platinum Series bimetal blade. All right, let's go see how well that did. So the Integra bimetal platinum blade cut through 10 16D framing nails in about 15.25 seconds. All right, so that's just a little bit faster than Milwaukee. And then when it went to the drywall screw, it experienced pretty much the same result, which is it just stopped, got stuck, and just did not cut anymore. Like we said, eventually, if you left it there, it probably would have burned through one or two of them, but you know, ain't nobody got time for that, all right? So the Integra Tools cut 10 framing 16D nails at roughly 15.25 seconds. So the leaderboard currently looks like 1, Integra Tools Platinum Bimetal Series Blade, right? Or Platinum Series Bimetal Blade. We're gonna put it ahead of the Milwaukee Blade mainly because it cut the 10 nails just a little bit faster than the Milwaukee multi-material bimetal blade, right? So, you know, the leaderboard's pretty much the two blades on there right now. We're gonna have to see if any of the blades are really gonna make it through the entire test track. I suspect eventually when we get to adding some carbide series blades, they'll probably get through some of the drywall screws, if not all of them, but you know, we'll have to see how that goes, all right? So, let's talk about these blades here, all right? Is the blade, the Milwaukee blade that costs about 10 to 12 bucks, worth the cost, all right? According to this test right here, probably not, mainly because, you know, it was slower on the nails, and then when the drywall screws, they both didn't burn through them, right? So the biggest difference between the two blades we've tested so far is pretty much how sharp or how big the teeth are, right? Or how pronounced the teeth are. The Milwaukee blade teeth are actually really shallow and really small, so those probably got rounded off really quickly, but also are probably not susceptible to as much rounding off as quickly, mainly because they're so shallow, all right? So when you get to tougher materials like drywall screws, you know, not gonna do too well, mainly because they're just bimetal blades. Carbide blades will probably get through them, but like we said, you know, we're gonna have to test that out as we get to it. All right, the bigness or the pronouncedness or the depth or whatever you want to call it of the Integra Tool blades, because the teeth are so much bigger, I believe is actually what really helped cut through the nails. So, you know, if you want to go ahead and here and talk about if you're going to be doing, you know, interior work and you're going to be working mainly with, you know, cutting away baseboard, finish nails or whatever, or just, you know, small nails like that, then yeah, I would probably not go spend the money on the Milwaukee Tools blade. I would just go buy, you know, these types of blades, because they're, you know, almost $10 less, and you're going to get pretty much the same, if not better, performance on those blades. All right, so that's what we can say. You know, we'll also say this: we bought all of these blades through our monies. This is not sponsored. Nobody sent us these blades, so you know, hopefully that'll help. So, anyways, hopefully this helped you guys out. I will keep, you know, watching, because we're going to keep testing more blades. We're going to eventually test carbide blades, and we'll see how that does. All right, so hope you helped you guys out. Have a great day. Get back to work, and we'll see you guys next time.